going, Park CrossFit? Welcome to another Fitness Friday video. This week we've got the tires pulled out, so we are going to talk about I don't want to say underutilized movement, but less utilized movement within CrossFit, the tire flip. This is one that you don't see a whole lot, but it does have a lot of benefits, and it has some underlying benefits that you may not think about off the top. First things first, what I want to talk about is what to wear when doing tire flips. This is going to sound crazy, but these things are super dirty. So if you're wearing your favorite t-shirt, probably not your best option when doing tire flips unless that t-shirt is black and it's not going to show dirt. These things are extremely dirty from sitting out in the sun and the rain and the weather and all that stuff all day long. So keep that in mind when we do these tire flips. Wear something that you don't mind getting dirty in, or just pop the top and deal with the dirt on your skin. Cool? All right. So when we talk about the tire flips, common misconception is a lot of people think that I'm trying to actually lift the tire up. But what I'm actually trying to do with the tire is drive into the tire to give it a thrust up, almost similar to a kettlebell swing of sorts. So I use those hips to drive forward, which takes that kettlebell upwards. So when we do these, keep that in mind. Now when I set up on said tire, I'm going to take my hands and I'm using the treads as my grip. Every tire is going to be a little bit different based on the width, but what I would say is your hands should be about clean grip, give or take. That's going to allow you to get that flip and underneath catch to toss that thing over at the top. A little bit easier than going narrow. Sometimes people get narrow and they get caught in this position and then they're trying to throw those elbows out, putting us into a slightly poor position. It's not the worst thing in the world, but power-wise, going into that clean grip and being able to just flip up and rotate those hands right around is going to be our best option. Now on our feet, we want to go nice and wide. We want a nice stable base. Think almost sumo deadlift high pull here, so our hands are going to be in between those legs. With our feet, I want them to be relatively parallel, relatively equal. If I need to, I can step one foot slightly back. That's going to be my drive under leg. We'll talk about that here in a second. But as I get onto this tire, I'm trying to actively push into the tire, so I'm pushing my weight forward. My hips are going to stay a little bit high. You'll notice that I'll set up, and then that first movement is going to be hips up just a little bit before I get that drive forward. That's what I want to think about. That's our big key on the tire, is to drive into the tire and not try and lift up on the tire. So getting those hands underneath, finding those treads, drive up and in with my hips, and then from here I can take a leg, shoot it under. This is where that slightly back foot comes into play, is I can drive that thing underneath a little bit quicker, and then from here flip up, get under, push, flip over the top. Now on that foot slightly back, so I would take that foot slightly back so that I can drive this guy up, have that foot right underneath, rested on my knee, push, flip, go, get super strong. Now on those, what's gonna happen is you're gonna think that your legs are gonna get super tired doing this, maybe your core, but truth be told, your forearms are gonna get the best workout here, because every single flip, and you can see how dirty my hands are, every single flip, you're just using those fingertips to get that thing up and then push. So not a whole lot of grip strength here, but we're using those forearm flexors a whole lot to stay stable. If you guys have questions, comments, concerns, feel free to grab me, ask me. Be more than happy to work with you on the little things when it comes to the tire flip. All right, you guys have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next week.